As students prepared to return to class and their studies this fall, back to school went Virginia Athletics Department coaches and staff members. An opportunity was created to merge the Darden School of Business with the world of intercollegiate athletics in a class taught by Michael LENOX that applied the competitive advantage of business strategy to college sports. In the all-day session, UVA coaches and staff members discussed the application of the business world to their sport, as well as challenges they face and ways to improve. The mix of department veterans and new staff members created a collaborative environment that enabled the group to exchange information and leave North Grounds with strategies to implement in the pursuit of uncompromised excellence.
I actually had taught an exec ed session with John Oliver, and we had done a little module on strategy for business. And John thought that there was an opportunity to take some of the learnings that we had in those sessions and bring it to the coaches for UVA. So he contacted me and we set up a one-day workshop to talk a little bit about business strategy, but try to relate it to what they do in their organizations. I like to begin a session like this, a workshop like this, with a case because it puts them out of their normal context. So instead of immediately going to what works or doesn't work in their programs, it allows them to reflect on another organization. Now obviously the Blackhawks are a good one because it is a sports organization, so it resonated with them in that way. The case itself actually talks a lot about the business of running a professional sports franchise. And so again, it brings up these issues about who are your various stakeholders that you're trying to please and what do they want from the organization. So after we finished the case, we actually moved into a discussion about their stakeholders, and obviously it includes a whole host of people who are affected by and affect their sports programs.
When we saw the email about being able to join the Darden School and some of the great administration and professors over there, we immediately jumped on it. I thought it was a great job introducing a case study with the Chicago Blackhawks, so introducing pro sports and how we can connect it to our jobs and our vision here, what we're trying to do at Virginia Athletics was a wonderful experience, certainly all around.
Probably the biggest thing I learned is that there's so many ways to look at it and there's so many different entities to kind of factor in, but at the end of the day what we need to be doing is something specific and in a purposeful direction. We all know what we do and why we do it, but to really put it to words and then to create that into values and into a mission I think was really important. So it frames things for our staff, but then it gives us a framework to work within with our team as well. And it was a great reminder that every year our team is different. It was just really made you sit and think deeper and learn from your fellow coaches and spend a great day with Mike LENOX. And the Darden School was phenomenal at facilitating and directing and really getting us to talk and to think a little bit differently.
We definitely tried to embrace the typical Darden model, which is high engagement with those in the room. It was really about getting them to have a conversation with one another, to learn from one another, and for me to kind of just facilitate the process and facilitate that discussion.
I think one of the best parts was that other staffs did go. So it was great to just be together with your peers, to learn with them, to hear how they saw things, to hear how they thought through things, and then to just kind of spend that day sharing. So I thought it was really powerful. It really made us feel even more connected to what we were doing and to our mission of the athletic department, and then to just really spend a day of friendship with your peers that are also on that same mission.
Very seldom do we get an opportunity to mingle with other coaches, talk about recruiting, share ideas, and just fellowship, just have a chance to speak with one another and kind of come together and collaborate on some things. And again, you're getting new ideas. Maybe they're doing something that we're not doing in women's basketball. So I think that was the best part of it, just being able to have contact with our peers and kind of just share information.
This experience was phenomenal. For somebody who's brand new, it couldn't have been better timing for Sean Kipp and I. As we enter Virginia, we're trying to learn what is our recruiting spiel. How do we sell Virginia? And to have fellow coaching staffs there sharing ideas of their vision, of their principles, of what they find is important, and how they talk and communicate with the recruits was incredibly invaluable to us. We came back the next couple days jotting down ideas. How do we promote Virginia better? It was a phenomenal experience for a first-year coach.
I think John in particular has really been pushing for us to have deeper relationships between Darden and the athletic department. I think this is a great opportunity on both sides. So I really found it for myself personally to be a rewarding day. I learned a lot, and again, it was really helpful for me to see how they could embrace some of these concepts that we use in business strategy for their teams.